Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, freedom of religion is not respected in certain countries, and it seems like we add one more to the number of those countries. It's useless for me to say again that one of the methods of transfer of agents in another country by a country is through religious channels, that is through priests or attaches by the church. Let's say I know that, for instance, in Romania they would send spies through the church, and let's say you have the Romanian Orthodox Church of America, and over there you might find infiltrated certain kind of people that would do some other jobs instead of just that, okay? And that's something that is practiced in any sane country. That is, everybody does it. I have other stories about this, not stories, real stories about these kind of situations that occurred in Romania with, again, foreign priests and pastors coming and visiting during the communist time. And not only, they were taken from the airport and they knew who's who, what's what, and they were followed and all that. I said one of those stories in my previous videos. Now, what's going on? Obviously, Russia probably does the same thing, and Ukraine does the same thing, and the United States does the same thing. That's an easy way. Why? Because you have a lot of communication between human beings. And when you go over there and wait what the guy's sins are, some people might tell you, and that's the best way of finding out what other people want to tell you, so you can tell the message, you know, to someone else if you send a message. That's the best way. You're a hub of information. Information come to you, and you distribute it to whomever it needs to go. That's why priests are very important, not only in the connection with the Almighty, but also with the connection with the guys that have, you know, certain kind of things right here. You know what I mean? All right, so let's go and see what's going on here. This is the article from the New Voice of Ukraine. December 1st, 2022. Kiev to consider legislation against Moscow's branch of Ukrainian Orthodox Church. Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council has instructed the government to consider introducing legislation that would ban Russia-affiliated religious organizations, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said during his December 1st evening address. Right? So, however you want to turn it, you know, those guys are trying to do this here, those guys are trying to do that. Imagine if this would have been Orban of Hungary. Viktor Orban, and he would do this, let's say, to whatever Pentecostal denomination from United States of America, which I'm pretty sure they do all kind of hanky-panky, and I wouldn't be surprised, and I see it as a fair game, because I'm pretty sure Hungary does it the same way with its Catholic priests in other countries. As I said, it's the easiest way. The same as the guys that work in the embassy. The guys who are the attaches of the embassy, not the consul and secretary, this blower and that blower, not that. They are agents. About two-thirds of those guys are agents. They have other duties than the ones that on the paper. I'm the driver, that's all. Okay, you know that's not a driver, right? Or I'm just a doorman here, okay? Or I'm just holding a briefcase when this guy goes. Those jobs are extra. And everybody knows everybody. They know. The Russians know Americans do that. The Americans know the Russians do that. Everybody does that. The same with the priest. Don't give me shit about that. Anyway, you can. It's a free world in my interpretation of reality, even though I know that we have very, very limited freedom of speech. Anyway, so Ukraine, after they banned certain political parties, remember? Yeah, okay. They banned certain kind of news outlet to be around, right? They Russian speaking outlets in Ukraine to broadcast blah blah blah. Remember, they tried to change the curriculum of the schools in the separatist territories, whereas Russian is speaking mostly. Now they go to the religion shit. What's next? I know you can say, well, it is martial law. Well, the Russians are doing this. Okay, well, you can say that, but it still is not no freedom of religion, is no freedom of the press, is xenophobia. Okay, so however you want to turn it, you can always find a reason in anything. If I would like, let's say I'm the leader of a country and I would like to arrest you, I can find a reason. Remember how Kaganovich, I think, used to say to Stalin, show me the man and I find the crime. Not I find the crime and I find the man. No, show me the man, show me the person, and I find you the crime. That means I will dig or I will create one. So here, the same way it seems with these guys. Whatever they want to do, they do. And the reason they give you, it doesn't even have to be logical or supported by evidence. These guys, the Ukrainians raided some of these offices of this religious Orthodox, Christian Orthodox Church affiliated with Moscow or whatever. I don't know. All these organizations are not dealing with Jesus Christ and all that. They deal with other things. That's why this organized religion is just a, Anyway, that's a separate story. So these Ukrainians started raiding these churches and locations, and they arrested priests because they found literature that denied the existence of Ukraine, and the literature that were not speaking in the highest terms towards Ukraine and Bandera or whatever. So they arrested them and I say, see, which could be right. I mean, I don't know, could be, but you don't ban all it, like they just, let's ban it. To me, it seems like more of a, give me a reason, just this reason, find me a reason, and I will just ban them. Because tomorrow if they want to ban the Romanians, they will do like this. They find a Romanian who, I don't know, says something in public. And they will say, okay, that's subversion right here. And they would ban all Romanians, right? Romanians will be put in special camps because they could subvert the national interest and security and sovereignty of our country. And they give you this. What are they going to do about it? Nothing. Because it's war. It's martial law. And they can do this in peace times as well. They can do it. And they can manage. Do you remember the Gulf of Tonkin? Well, remember? Vietnam War. The Americans did not know, at that time, they did not know how to get involved in that thing. They had advisors, military advisors, unarmed, if you can believe that, proven then it was really in the territory, in Vietnam. And they didn't know how to officially get in. And they made up a story about some Vietnamese vessels, little freaking vessels with rows. They damaged some, I don't know what, warship stationed in the Gulf of Tonkin. Just look where Gulf of Tonkin is, okay? It's not by United States of America by any means, okay? It's even by Vietnam. What were they doing over there? I don't know. I think they were fishing. That's what they were doing. Anyway, too much detail, Emil. Slap. So, and then they say, well, they attacked us. They attacked on the high sea. We have to retaliate. And they started an official war on a country that did not do that. And that was proven. After what, 50 years? How many people died? What happened to that country? Napalm was dropped on that country. And so on. So now you think that this weasel cannot do whatever he wants? He cannot make up stuff? Please. So anyway, they now touch this one. No surprise here whatsoever. The problem is it would be an outrage if this would happen to a country that, let's say, these guys, the collective West, would not like. I don't know, like Hungary. If this would happen in Hungary, milder than this, just to squeak, totalitarian Orban, right there. Court of Justice, Hague, boom. Or maybe we start the Nuremberg trials again. Why not, right? And, anything like this. It's just a little thing. They make it here. Nothing to see here, buddy. And you know what? They will scramble. They will be all over one on top of the other to find a reason and justify that. Say, yes, we can have that. See, the Russians are using the church and Christianity for these evil things. And you think, like you don't? You know, but that means they have a lot of self-awareness, but they don't know what I told you. They don't know, the population doesn't know that this is a method, this is a way, like A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, done in this kind of, you know, intelligence, operations, or a world, intelligence, or world. Yeah, it's common knowledge, but public doesn't have the common knowledge. So there you have it. Ban that too. What's going to be next? Russians? They already did that. So anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.